All right, good evening, everybody. Boys and girls, ladies and gents, Octanes and Fenix, welcome to RSC Monday night. We're going to get things kicked off here with an amateur matchup between two new teams, the Stick Bugs from the Buggin Out franchise and Surprise from the Elements. First live stream match of the 26th season is going to be a good time. I'm Bulletnote. I'm joined in the booth by Bbcomedian with Russ in the background handling things for us. Bbcomedian, BB, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. I am excited. This is the very first match day of season 26 for RSC. Could not be more honored to be in the booth calling this first match. Excited to see RSC back. And just like everybody else, I'm ready to get this game started.
Yeah, we're going to get into it pretty quick here. We got a little bit, some trivia for you all here. We don't have stats rolling quite yet. We're getting all that fixed on the back end. But before we get into that, we're right at 800 followers, guys. We're trying to hit that 1,000 mark this season. We got a lot of you guys hanging out, watching us, pass us along, show us off to all your friends, and get yourselves out on stream as well so we can get things going. But tonight, stars of the show, Stick Bugs, Surprise. Two new teams to the Amateur League. Stick Bugs from the Buggin' Out franchise, formerly the Monster Mask franchise. You've got sXCyBeast, Savant Cyclops, Demonic Goat, and Nachos. Nachos being an RSC rookie, going to be their first time showing up here. Going to see how they're going to do. Savant Cyclops, you guys knew him from streams in season 25. He's the all-star from the amateur season on season 25. He's going to be looking to ball out too. But that surprise team might actually be a surprise. It's a brand new team. You've got Piky Life, Pikey, Call Me Stevo, and Ace. Ace, Stevo, all are both RSC rookies. Pikey Life and Ander were both free agents. So a completely brand new team. They're going to be cycling through their roster, seeing what's going to happen here. Amateur is always crazy. It's always exciting. It's going to be a super fun matchup. BB, what do you think? We got a lot of new faces in the league this season.
A lot of new faces, and I'm excited to see how this first matchup goes down between the Stick Bugs and Surprise. But for the Stick Bugs to have a former All Star, last season All Star, and Cyclops to a brand new team, that's a great get for those guys. And Surprise, while they are a new team now, they were a franchise 2 seasons ago. They just took 2 seasons off. And if I recall, the Surprise. They were, well, the Elemental French franchise as a whole, they were a franchise that stayed in the finals. So whoever the GM is, and if they're returning the same GM, they know how to put together rosters. So I'm very excited to see how this surprise team looks.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, it's going to be a good matchup. We're going to get things going here pretty quick. Don't forget to get your predictions in the chat, guys. Get all those fake internet points to keep climbing up and betting and all that. Maybe drop some subs in the chat. You might see those pop up tonight. But I'm excited. I think BB, I think you're ready. I think Russ is ready. I don't know if the teams are in the lobby. We're still waiting on a couple more, so we'll talk a little bit more about season 26. We had a huge influx of people coming into season 26 here. I think over 1,100 people signed up. So the league's getting bigger,
Woo.
and it's super exciting for us. I know the prospect here, which I'm in, is grown up to 28 teams, which is kind of crazy. But we're gonna get things going. I'm super excited, man.
It's great to see that growth in RSC, and you were talking about the influx of people, and I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see more people joining the league because if you want to get better, RSC is the league to join to get better. You're going to be constantly around people who are very supportive and also, able to give you advice, the free coaching that RSC provides you, and just being able to play in competitive matchups around players of your skill level is just a great advancement for your RSC, well, your Rocket League just skill level period. But then also if you want to know eventually, move on up and try to, hit the big Rocket League stage, and play in the majors in the winters, and this would be your start right here if you join RSC. It's a great league to join.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked for RSC. It's my fourth or fifth season. I'm too old. I lose track of it. But I know some people have been in here all 26 seasons, and that's just absolutely crazy. But we're still waiting on Stick Bugs to get in the lobby. They're going to be popping here pretty soon. Stick Bugs, the home team tonight versus Surprise. Early season. We'll see how preseason went for these folks too. But looks like they're getting in the lobby now. We're going to let them pop in and load in. We got 25 of y'all in the chat. Going to be a good time tonight. We're glad you're here. Hope you guys are having fun with your seasons too. And also, we've only got one stream tonight. Guys, what are we doing? Let's get signed up. Let's get signed up for Wednesday. We got another slot open on Wednesday. We got slots open on Sunday. Nobody took the Sunday approach for this week, but we got that all lined up for you guys. We got 3 stream nights. So you guys can come up here and embarrass yourselves. It's going to be a great time. We're all going to laugh and have a fun time. But yeah, I think I've stalled talking long enough. I think
I
they're in the
hate
lobby. I
real
think we're going to
quick.
be good to go.
I hate to be that person, but Wednesday is actually booked up.
Oh, let's
We do
go.
have a full card for Wednesday. It's going to
Fantastic.
be Garlic Knots and Electric Eels versus playing at the 10:50 slot, and then Black Tips and Okapis playing on the 11:30 slot. So you'll see
Fantastic.
50-50 Pizzeria versus Tyrants of the Sea, and then Shark Attack versus the Jungle. So it's really exciting.
So we got a great matchup then. I think we've already got some casters lined up for that as well. Sauce Boss and Taco going to be great in the booth as always. We'll dive into the future matches here at the end of this series, but you guys aren't here to listen to us yap. We're here to see some action, some good old amateur action. And let's get it going. I'm going to say go, go, go in the chat. We're going to get these guys going. And welcome to RSC, everybody. We're going to have a great night tonight.
And it looks like everyone is joining. We are about to get the very first match of season 26 started. And before we get too far into the matchup, we have to give our predictions for this matchup. Bullet note. I'm going to go 2-2 simply because two new franchises, the beginning of the season, both teams trying to figure themselves out, trying to find chemistry. So I'm thinking that we're going to see a very even game, a very defensive game, where they split the games, where I'm going 2-2 stick bugs. Well, yeah, 2-2.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great prediction. I do think, though, I think Stickbugs might pull it away here. Crazy demo coming off from the sXCyBeast going to the spawn screen. Caster's Curse is just coming out right away. Surprise. Surprising everybody with an easy 1-0 goal off an open net 30 seconds in.
30 seconds in, and they took 2 seasons off, and they're back like they never left. And you love to see it. You want to get the first goal going in the game so you can get your momentum going, and eventually, hopefully, put some more points on the board and put your opponent in a very awkward position and trying to come back. And that could be that next goal, next goal by Piky Life, who is a RSC veteran and was in contender last season. So to have on your amateur team someone who has a contender experience is a great pickup for Surprise, and is a reason why they have a 2-0 lead right now.
Yeah, no, and Stickbugs, though, Demonic Goat was in contender last season, too. So he's new to amateur as well, going to be looking to bear down on the competition here. As that ball is going to come across, sXCyBeast going for the corner pinch out, tries to chase it back down. Pikey going for a bump on Demonic, the two contenders going at it. Demonic shakes it off, though. He's got the ball now. He's going to be carrying it downfield, gets it past one. Can he get it across mid for his teammates? Gets bumped out, leaving Pikey with the ball now as he comes across the goal, trying to get some revenge there. Gets a demo on Ander. That's going to leave it back to the corner, though, and Stickbugs are going to have to bang, or Surprise is going to have to bang that out. But look at Stickbugs here. Look at sXCyBeast coming in, getting that 50. Doesn't quite go where they want. Here's a huge bang from Pikey. That's going to float and maybe go in off the crossbar. Oh, no. No goal for them there. They don't get to expand that lead at all. But a lot of action right out the gate here, man.
A lot of action right off the gate, and you're seeing Pikey Life and the hitting ability. Just every time Pikey Life gets a hit on the ball, has bad intentions, and most of it is going right past the defense. So that is definitely something to look out for, and something for the Stick Bucks to watch out for as the Surprise team is pushing right now. And we have a whiff by sXCyBeast that could set up a shot by Call Me Steve, was not able to connect. And now we have the Stick Bugs pushing, but as soon as they get the ball, Surprise takes control. Right now we're seeing some ping pong. Let's see if that can slide in. No, it will not slide in for sXCyBeast. And we're 2 minutes into this game. What are you seeing from both of these teams right here, Bullet Note?
Yeah, no, we talk about aggression right off the gate, right? Pikey has been instrumental in keeping this offense going for the Surprise team as they try and get another shot here. A 50 goes wide. Steve-O gets bounced out for it, doesn't get to do anything with it, but gets tied up with Beast here. That ball's going to bounce again. Just talk about aggression, man. Let's talk about Surprise and just the amazing aggression coming right off the gate. The ball has been on the Stickbug side of the field for most of this match, and every time it seems to get across the midfield, it gets knocked right back. Despite that, though, Demonic Goat now might have an opportunity as he comes off the wall with the ball. An air dribble coming out, doesn't quite make it work, but look at that. It took the other contender player to knock him back down to the ground on that one. Stickbug's got to get something going here. It's first game. Maybe there's some jitters. Maybe they're sorting each other out. First game of the season, too. Plenty of game time left. Plenty of games left. It's only game 1. But 2 minutes down or 3 minutes down, you got 2 minutes left and you're down 2 goals. It's kind of hard to come back from that in a threes league like this where everybody's so evenly matched, especially with the influx of players that we've had. So I think, Stickbugs might be a little bit surprised. I think that's maybe the first of many times we'll use that phrase for this surprise team tonight. But we'll have to see what they do with the last minute and 30 here.
Yeah, and that aggression that you spoke of is translating to the amount of shots between these teams. You have Surprise with 5 shots, and you have Stickbugs with just 1 shot. So that just shows you the aggression that the Surprise team is putting up on the Stickbugs. So we're going to need the Stickbugs to get some of that aggression in them, and we're seeing sXCYBeast is that the aggression we need right there, and able to put the ball in the net for the Stickbugs to close this lead down to 1. And I want to speak on sXCYBeast because I did spend some time with the Stickbugs. The team this off season before I realized that I was washed and voluntarily cut myself. And sXCYBeast, I cannot attest, cannot confirm that he is sexy, but he's definitely a beast. So definitely the Stickbugs want to get more offense coming from sXCYBeast. Before that goal only had a few touches, so definitely going to need to get sXCYBeast going.
Yeah, and we're seeing some high aerials come out here as Surprise tries to get that lead back. They're only up 1 goal with just under a minute left. sXCYBeast can be coming up. Demonic gets the pinch out. That might just be in the net off the crossbar. There's the return, though. Nacho spins it. Unfortunate, but look here. Here's Beast coming back on the defense. Tries to get the bump. Gets it over 1. Makes them awkward. What a fake out by Steve-O. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but if it was, bravo, because what a touch. And now, though, unfortunate the touch doesn't happen for Surprise, and Demonic Goat's able to finish it up there. Tie things up 2-2. Are we going to see overtime in game 1?
It looks like we may see overtime in surprise, definitely, which is a surprise for Surprise. I'm gonna use that pun myself to be up and to be in control of this game and look like they were going to cruise to this match day 1, the very first match of season 26 for RSC. It looks like they was going to cruise to this victory, and Stickbugs came back and able to close this gap and now close the lead. And now we are tied with 13 seconds left. And I thought the game was over when Nacho missed that goal, but was able to rebound, and Demonic Goat was able to put that in. And let's see, we have one more opportunity for Surprise, and the ball may just go down, and we are in overtime, Bullet.
Ladies and gentlemen, first game of RSC season 26 on stream, and we're going to overtime. We got Demonic Goat lining up here trying to make a play. Piky, though, able to knock it back down. He's going to be looking for a shot here. Oh no, a miscue by all of the teams means that nobody gets to capitalize on that floating ball, and that ball's going to go up to the corner again. Ander looking to cause some chaos on the goal line, tries to send it back, but sXCYBeast is there to knock it back in. Nacho going up a 50, high 50, gets knocked down. That might just be careening towards the net. Can they get the save? Ander knocks it away, is able to save the Surprise's chances of pulling out a victory here. Pikey's going to be looking to try and get some offensive movement again, and Steve-O is going to have to try and carry this off the wall. We're going to see an off-the-wall play almost. He gets a fake past 1. It's going to bounce to the corner. Demonic Goat, no, has time. He leaves it for Nacho. A little bit of team play going on here as 2v1 goes to the corner. They're going to try and get a demo, but Pikey reads it and bounces over, and now sXCYBeast has to come in and try and clean things up. A wide shot that could have happened did not with Ander, unfortunately, and that's going to bounce to the corner again. This is what I love about Amateur, man. It's just a little bit all kinds of crazy. Look at this save from sXCYBeast as he just barely gets it past Ander there in the corner, and Ander's already back with Boost trying to make another play. Just non-stop action, man. Amateur's a lot of fun.
Definitely is a lot of fun. I miss the league, I miss playing, but I'm exactly where I need to be, which is in the booth, calling this great action right here between these two teams who are going back and forth. And we talked about that aggression at first in the beginning of the game. Surprise had all of the aggression, and Stickbugs struggled with it, and now we're seeing Stickbugs fight back and to able to tie this game up and take us to overtime. And so we're seeing a lot of more aggressive play between both teams, going back and forth. This is a very hard-hitting game, and sXCYBeast with a shot towards the net that was not going to cause any trouble for Surprise. They had someone right there. And now we're going to see a 50-50. Oh, both teams missed. Let's see who can take advantage. And Piky Life, who is someone that Surprise wants the ball in his hand, has the ball, and he loses control. And now Stickbugs are pushing. Let's see if they can get something going. No. And right now, Surprise has a great opportunity. Oh, and right now we're seeing a lot of ping pong action going back and forth. Somebody needs to take control of the ball and try to set up a play instead of getting these one touches on this ball.
Yeah, the first team that's able to make a connection here is probably going to get that scoring opportunity. Both teams unyielding in this defense right now. A shot goes across the net. It doesn't go. There's sXCyBeast trying to save it. Gets the 100 pack. Tries to throw it again, but look at Nacho coming up here. He's going to be trying to make a pass. A wide shot across, and Piky could have banged that across. Might have taken the game, but here we come. Piky again in the corner. Going to be looking for a pass to his teammate. Has to go up against Beast. Beast knocks it away and gets it past one. That just leaves one back, and Ander thankfully gets that touch. That could have been game for the Stick Bugs, but it's going to bounce off again. A shot here goes wide, and it gets knocked down. What a save by sXCyBeast. Call me Steve-O, looking for that one back. It's not going to get it. It's going to bounce off to the corner again. A wide shot goes. Oh, sXCyBeast again with a huge save to knock it back out to the corner. Relentless offense from the Surprise team as they try and disrupt the goal and get disrupted themselves. Nacho's getting sent back to the spawn screen. And man, talk about just like aggression here, man. Surprise came to play.
Surprise came to play, and let's shout out sXCyBeast. 4 saves. 4 saves. I don't know how many of those came in this overtime, but definitely saved the game a few times for Stick Bugs in this overtime. I think at least 2. So yeah, Surprise didn't come to play, and neither did the Stick Bugs, and especially sXCyBeast. And the Stick Bugs are pushing right now. Can they get anything going? Can they get the ball past the defense? No, Piky Life is going to take control, and when Piky Life take control, that is dangerous. Opportunity for Surprise, not able to connect, and now it is the Stick Bugs' turn, and we're seeing more of that ping pong. But actually, no, we're not actually seeing more of the ping pong. We are actually seeing more team play, more passes. We're seeing both teams are trying to connect with each other and get a goal, and then Piky Life takes it for themselves and ends this almost a 5-minute overtime, 4 minutes and 3 seconds off a crazy shot, just getting to the ball quicker than sXCyBeast right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful play by Piky Life.
Unfortunate for sXCyBeast, just ran out of steam there a little bit late off the wall, wasn't able to get it across. We have a roster change coming in, though. We'll talk about the post series here in a second. sXCyBeast going to be taking a breather, getting some water. He's going to leave it for Savant Cyclops, who we talked about, season 25 amateur all-star coming in off the bench here. But wow, what a first game, man. 9 minutes and 3 seconds all in all for a 3-2 victory to Surprise off of 10 total shots, of which sXCyBeast had 4 saves on that. Nutty first game here, a brilliant way to open up the season. I don't know what to think after this first game about who's going to take. Both teams look super strong. One thing I do want to shout out, you want to watch, though, Piky Life and Demonic Goat going to be going head-to-head against each other. They've been bumping each other all night. There's a little bit of some grudge match going on here, it feels like, and we're going to see maybe that turns into some kind of rivalry.
Yeah, I know a few people with a reason to bump Demonic Goat, so I'm not surprised to see that he has people on the field wanting to bump him and getting his head a little bit. But that is just RSC right there. That excitement in that game, a 4-minute overtime to start off the season. You can expect that going forward. So stay tuned and check out RSC, because this is pretty much how the games go. Very even matchups, very evenly matched teams. So this is what you get. And we are going down the field for match 2.
We're going to pause just for a brief second here as we get Savant
Okay.
in there. Looks like they're loading in, though. I think Savant loaded in as well. You might see his name as asterisks here. It looks like they got them all in. So the asterisk you're going to see on the team, that's Savant Cyclops, the season 25 amateur all-star that we were talking about. A little bit of a lag issue from Demonic Goat, some server issues maybe, but we're going to get going here. Game number 2, Stick Bugs going to be looking to claw back that win that they almost had in overtime. Nacho's going up, looking for a pass to his teammate, drops it down to Savant. Savant trying to make an early game statement, gets knocked away by Piky Life, and that forces Demonic Goat back into the net as he hits this 50 to throw it wide to the side, but there's Ander to throw it back mid again. A bang out because nobody's there to touch it, and it's going to go back to the corner. Ball's gone back and forth across the field, probably like as many times as there have been seconds off the clock. It's been 20 back and forth.
Yeah, very back and forth. Both teams taking possession from the other team. It's been really back and forth. And I want to touch on something that you talked about in the pregame, was about getting on stream. The teams signed up on stream. You as a team, you should want to get on stream for the simple fact that you're going to end up on stream in the playoffs. And I've noticed that like 50-50 Pizzeria, which is a team that stays on, which is a franchise that their team stay on stream, they do very well in the playoffs. So I like to see the fact that both of these teams are getting over their stream jitters early and getting that out of control. So if you are a playoff team, definitely get on stream because you want to get those stream jitters out as they are right now. And Demonic Goat isn't looking like the stream is bothering him at all. Connected off the pass by Cyclops, who's coming in and making themselves known already.
Yeah, crazy touch by Demonic Goat to put it back into the corner. They're going to take that early lead, going up 1-0 now, putting Surprise on the back foot. A fake off on the kickoff, little kickoff strat in Amateur. Uh-oh. Dude, I'm telling you, man, with all the new people and the rearrangement of the rosters and the tiers, we got a lot of exciting folks in all tiers. And another shot, Ooh. Demonic Goat fighting through the traffic, just put it where the players weren't and put it back in the net for another 100 points.
And beautiful pass by Cyclops. Sometimes it doesn't have to be anything crazy, just stopping the ball and putting it to exactly where Demonic Goat was. And we're already seeing Cyclops making themselves and their presence known. And this Stickbugs team looked like an entirely different team with Cyclops on the pitch and able to set up plays. And do we have one right here? And we have another one. 3 goals with the combination of Cyclops to Demonic Goat. This Stickbugs team could be a problem. This duo can keep this going for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that roster rotation definitely paying dividends for the Stickbugs as 1 minute 30 off the clock, 3 minutes 33 seconds left with a 3-goal lead. Savant Cyclops looking to do it again in the corner here. He's going to leave it for Demonic. Demonic's going to throw it for his teammate now, and Piky has to fight that back. It's a brilliant touch off the side. No teammate there to chase it down. A back pass to Savant as he's going to try and get it cleared here. Back to the middle again. They're going to be pushing pressure hard. Piky, unfortunately, just does not have the boost to make a challenge. Demonic Goat getting punished for playing so well, gets sent back to the spawn screen. He's going to spawn there on the right side of the field, has to come and fight back. Stevo looking to try and make a play here, throws it down to the corner, gets it past Demonic Goat, trying to get it past one more, goes up for the 50, gets knocked wide, and that's a 2v3 situation now for Piky and Ander as it gets sent back to the corner again. Piky able to shut that down real quick. Going to be looking for a pass attempt here, tries to throw it across the mid, looking for his teammate. Stevo's there to get the response, leaves it down midfield for Ander. Ander in a little bit of an awkward situation now, has to make some kind of play. Dodge a demo, gets it a save, almost. No! Nice. That disruption from Cyclops was able to knock Ander off his balance there, and they weren't able to get that touch, and that's going to go another goal for the Stickbugs.
And Cyclops is doing everything you want a teammate to do, setting up the other teammates and also being unselfish and jumping in front of Nacho to set up that play with that bump. That was all set up by that bump by Cyclops. Very heads-up play. And the Stickbugs are looking like a team that is right now in form, have found their chemistry, and they're playing very well against this Surprise team who hasn't been able to get much offense mounted in this game, has no shots. We are 3 minutes into this game, and Surprise has 0 shots. So that is just saying something about how this defense from the Stickbugs looks completely different with Cyclops on the team.
Yeah, it's really interesting that, you know, Cyclops Season 25 Amateur didn't get moved up. I guess maybe Combines didn't work out too well for him, but whatever reason, he's back down here in Amateur, so watch out, all you Ami teams. You got a big weapon here on the other side of the field. Nacho going for the 50 here. Savant Cyclops going to be throwing it up to the corner again, taking a little bit of a cheap shot there on the net. Demonic Goat's awkward midfield, though, gets a nice bump to disrupt things, give his teammates time to get back. Man, they're playing like a really complete team this game, in a complete 180 from what we saw last game, where they didn't seem to get any kind of offensive going. It's just been all offense. It's been all Stickbugs here in game 2.
Yeah, and it's that team play. It's definitely team play. Everybody on the team is playing unselfish, wanting to just do whatever they can do to help the team, and we're seeing how that is definitely playing a little bit in Stickbugs' favor compared to Surprise. Surprise is struggling with that right now. There a lot of one touches, a lot of not trying to connect, and right now, oh man, in a goal by Cyclops from the other side of the field. I didn't even think that would even had opportunity to go in. Was able to. Oh, beautiful touch by Cyclops. And that's 5-0 with 1 minute left. What do you think Surprise needs to do in this game 3, or the next game, to so this doesn't happen again to him?
Yeah, no. Well, first off, they got to try and get some goals here to keep momentum going. Pikey Life looking to try and do that right now. Doesn't quite get it. Leaves it for Call Me Stevo. I'll get back to it when the action has a little bit of a break here. But if I'm surprised, man, you got to match aggression, right? Amateur is a tier that supports and rewards aggression. When you can overwhelm the opponent, they're not quite able to get back in time. They're not quite able to get the defense going. You can capitalize on that, as we've seen with the stick bugs here. Another shot from Savant goes
Mm.
into the net. It's 6-0, man. What are we doing?
Yeah, and this is just getting out of hand. And in that very first game, you were just surprised. You saw Pikey Life was pretty much the person that they wanted to get their offense started around, and Pikey Life has been shut down completely by the stick bugs in this game too. Just simply with a roster change of bringing Cyclops in, and you're just seeing the aggression is completely different coming out of both of these teams, and Surprise hasn't able to get anything going in this game. This is oh man, this is a throw in the towel moment right here. This is uh Cyclops has 3 goals, 3 assists. Demonic Goat has 3 goals, 1 assist. I mean, this is just a complete total destruction of the Surprise team in this game too by Stickbug.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if Stickbugs can keep this energy up. They got 2 more games. They got 10 more minutes of game time they got to play here to make things work. Savant and Demonic seem to be the GOAT pairing right now. They're not getting a lot of pressure from this surprise team, and you'll have to see what kind of response they get. If I'm surprised, I'm pouring on the aggression. I'm thinking about bringing in some fresh blood to get some energy going, and I'm going to make sure that Stickbugs just does not have a chance to touch that ball.
Yeah, that would be a great game plan for a surprise right there. As Stick Bugs take game two, and I thought that surprise was going to get some momentum going at the end of it, but Stick Bugs was able to stop that. And yeah, definitely maybe possibly bring in some fresh legs, maybe just any if you're not going to bring in a sub, which it doesn't look like they will, just as you said, just pour on the aggression. You have to match the aggression that the Stick Bugs are bringing in. It looks like the Stick Bugs are actually going to make a change. So we actually have a roster change coming from the team that just won 7-0. So this is very interesting.
Yeah, I know they said they might be rotating through their lineup, still trying to figure out their starting three. I think you got some really solid proof for a strong starting lineup here, as we just saw. Sexy Beast coming back in for Demonic Goat. You're going to have Savant Cyclops, Nachos, and Sexy Beast on the field in game three here as they get that roster rotated. There's not much to say about the last match, man. What an absolute masterclass in offensive pressure from the Stick Bugs as they just went up 7 goals in the game there.
Yeah, yeah, it was a beautiful thing to watch. The way the Stick Bugs were playing, a beautiful, definitely footage to go back and just see how to control the game, how to control. Really, they controlled midfield, and I
Oh, we
believe
got
we
black
may
screen too.
have a server. Yeah, we got black screen as well.
Classic psionics, man. You love to see it. Shout out Epic Games. Shout out Trading died for this. Um, but we're gonna get this lobby re-going here. Despite all the glazing we just did for the stick bugs, the series is still tied 1-1. We can't discount that Surprise came out with a long, drawn-out fight to get that overtime win in game one. I think if they can find again that bend don't break defense that they had in game one, I think they can edge out stick bugs here in game three. You might be right though. It might be a 2-2. I never made my prediction. It'd be cheap if I made it now, so we'll just run with your 2-2. But stick bugs looking to be a pretty dominant offensive team here early in this RSC season 26.
Appears so, and but yeah, it's still early, and the beautiful thing about Rocket League is you can have a game like that where you lose 7-0, but then also game three, you can win 5-0. So Surprise has nothing really to worry about. Just go back to that defense they were playing, like you said, bend don't break, and just keep up the pressure. And I do believe they do have the talent on that team. They do have the talent on that team to be able to close that gap from what they had in game two.
Yeah, and I still have a black screen here. Bear with us, folks. We're gonna get things loaded up here in just another moment. Appreciate your patience. Again, shout out to Russ producing in the background, handling all of this mess as we get going again. And again, while we're getting loaded up here, if you guys want to see yourself out on screen here, we got stream nights Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. All sorts of action lined up for you guys. And we wanted to see you guys out here too, so we can come out here and glaze you guys too, make you guys look good, and also hope that you guys give us something to talk about too. It's a two-way street kind of deal here. I cannot get rid of this black screen, man. I don't know what's going on with me. And my game just crashed. Shout out Epic Games, shout out Psyonix. Caster now has to stall for time. Hey, Bbcomedian, how you doing tonight? You having fun? I'm
I,
having fun.
I am having fun. I am having fun, man. Glad to be back in RSC, and if we can get this series started, that would be fun as well. But just glad to be back, and glad to just see the action. I'm not participating in the league, but to be able to participate in Dev League, that's nothing. Like if you haven't signed up, it's not too late to sign up. We always need free agents, but sign up and we have before the scrims, we have a dev league where even if you're not on the team, you can just get to play and play a 4 game series, which is always fun. To me, that's my season right there since I'm not on the team. So definitely sign up still as we try to get this stream back up. That's something you can do
Sh-
while we try to get this game back on.
question in the chat for you, Mr. Bbcomedian. Who is your favorite GM play that you played for?
Favorite GM that I played for, I'm gonna say whoever was the GM for Sloth because that's who I won a championship with. That's
There
the
he goes.
franchise that carried me to a championship. Shout out to Altered Sparky, who I think is now was a prospect, and then Icy. Shout out to those guys for carrying me to a championship.
It does look like we've got everybody back in the lobby. So I'm just going to do a quick check and then probably get us back into this. So give me 1 second. Get a response from both teams, and we will. Oh, he says this season only that you're not
This
playing.
season only. This season
Play
only.
some favorites here.
Oh man, of course it was a GM of Stick Bugs. It was a GM of Stick Bugs, man. That was my
There you
favorite GM to play for.
go. Awesome. We are back into it. We're going to cut right back to the action here, guys. Game 3 after a lobby reset. We'll see if that breather gives Surprise the ability to reset that they needed. Game 3, 1-1 dominant performance from the Stick Bugs, but they did have a roster change now, and we'll see if that's going to work out in Surprise's favor. That ball's bouncing to the corner. Steve-O going up to the wall, gets the cut on Nachos, and gets it around sXCyBeast. Might get it around Cyclops, too. The ball's in the corner. The net is open. They're rushing back to get some defense here, and a brilliant 50 from sXCyBeast denies a scoring opportunity for Surprise in an early bout of some offensive action here in Game 3.
Yeah, and Surprise is already putting up more offensive pressure in this game than they put up all last game. So that's great to see that we're starting off on the other side of the field as we have beautiful 50s and sXCyBeast. And this is my first time seeing Cyclops. Have not seen him play, but to see how Cyclops play, sorry, got tongue tied. And I want to see how he pairs well with sXCyBeast because I know sXCyBeast is a great player, and to see Cyclops play the way that Cyclops played, I believe this duo could be just as good as Demonic and the Cyclops duo. So even though Demonic is not in the game, the Stick Bugs still have the ability to put up a lot of pressure. And Surprise right now, we're seeing the pressure that Surprise is putting up. So great to see how Surprise is starting this game off.
Yeah, and all teams going up to the ceiling. We're getting ceiling reads in amateur, man. This is crazy what RSC is starting to turn into. It's an exciting time for sure. Ball's going to bounce to the corner. sXCyBeast leaves it for Ander. It's going to bounce around, leaves it for Steve-O. Steve-O gets a brilliant pinch out. It's going to force the Stick Bugs to reconsider their attack here as Savant goes for the catch, gets a 50 out to the corner. Ander looking to make that response too. Pops it across mid. It's going to roll aimlessly across the front of the net. Unfortunate for Stick Bugs, who are trying to get that early game lead. That ball's going to bounce mid again, and we sort of saw what we're talking about here. See some aggression coming up. Ander getting a good bump on the teammates there. A lot of offensive pressure that we were talking about that was missing from Surprise in Game 2 is coming to light here in Game 3.
It is, and you touched on the talent level in amateur, just with all the influx of players, and right there you seeing it right there. Some of the talent in amateur as sXCyBeast with a beautiful pass or a beautiful shot off the pass by Cyclops. That has to be how many assists does Cyclops have in this series?
Hmm.
Just with 2 games, what is that? Four? That
Something like
have
that,
been
man.
4 assists already. Oh man, that is a great teammate to have. Somebody who sets up their players as well as Cyclops does.
Man, I'm telling you, if this is amateur coming into this season, I might be joining amateur here in a couple seasons because I am not what I used to be like. I'll tell you that much. Pass out to the corner here, gets dropped down mid. sXCYBeast might get a takeaway here as he comes across, tries to cut it for his teammate. A pop up. Savant Cyclops is there and he gets it
Oh,
past everybody. And he's going to get 100 points, finally getting 100 points instead of 50, taking a goal instead of an assist. sXCYBeast with a beautiful pass, chop pass across the front of the net, feeds it right between Ander and Pikey, and they just weren't able to get it done.
yeah, and we talked about the bend but don't break defense, a surprise that they had in game 1, and they have to get back to that in that game in this game 3 because we're not seeing it right here, and Thick Bugs are being able to take advantage of it as they are putting up more pressure. And it just seems like we're spending so much time in the corner of the orange side of the field, and we're pushing the ball right now. And Pikey could have a potential opportunity, went for the bump, could not coordinate that with the teammate, but the ball does stay on their side of the field, and we have a whiff by sXCYBeast. Can Surprise take advantage? And nobody from Surprise went for that ball. That was a great opportunity. And Pikey Life with a pass. Ander with the shot, and that was all great opportunities by Surprise, not able to capitalize. But they're doing a good job of keeping it on their side of the field, keeping the pressure up. So shout out to them. Let's see if they can cash this in and get some points potentially.
Yeah, a wild string of events there. The entire lobby up on that Stick Bugs goal line, and they just weren't able to push the ball through. Pikey's going to be looking to try and do it again. He sends it off the ceiling here for his teammate. His teammate gets the cut across. No one's there to finish it. Ander forced to stay back as third man. Wasn't able to get it across. Nacho going to be trying to fake out here the defenders, leave that bouncing mid, but a demo from I forget who saw that, but either way, Savant Cyclops back to the spawn screen. That might have been it. They're going to look to punish that as that ball comes across again. Pikey's able to save it, gets it over one, gets knocked up to the ceiling for it, tries to land, get back down to it. Anders there to keep the 50 though, keep the pressure on. Savant Cyclops gets the catch, tries to throw it, bounces it over one, leaves it for Pikey. Pikey throws it away too, and you got time ticking down. You got a minute left. Stickbugs looking to hold on to their 2-0 lead here as they are kind of just being able to play around with the ball, but Surprise looking to come across here, might get a 50, goes wide. sXCYBeast with the save. Talk about defensively, right? We've seen sXCYBeast just get these saves left and right. A beautiful knockout from Savant Cyclops as well. If
Mm.
these roster changes for Surprise, or for Stickbugs, sorry, we'll
Oh
get back to
man.
that after the action. Little bump pass play for Nacho and Savant here. Savant kind of gluing this team together, getting the plays on it, the unselfish plays here as he sets it up for Nacho to knock it in again. I was saying, if these roster changes are going the way they're going, we're going to see sXCYBeast, Demonic Goat, and Savant on the lineup across the pitch here for Game 4. And I'll tell you what, man, that's a scary team to be staring down.
Yeah, that's a very scary team to look at, especially with Surprise and the fact that been shut out the last 2 games, and to see that lineup against to play against on game 4 has to be a scary sight to see. And let's see if they can get some momentum going into the next game. They still have one more scoring opportunity. No, Sexy Beast pushes that out. No, one more is still on the Surprise side. Let's see if they can capitalize. Piky Life
Whoa!
does, and right there, and that could be right there the momentum that they need going into this game 4 with Stick Bugs having a 2-1 lead in this series.
Yeah, talk about an angle, breaking out the protractor for that one. Pikey able to get that knock in and leave this with at least one goal in the Stickbugs net. But Stickbugs going to take this lead. You know what? They're going to take this win, but as it's very obvious, it wasn't as commanding as game two. 3-1 versus 7-0. A lot more offensive pressure from Surprise. If Surprise can keep this motor going, they can get this rotation a little bit faster. I think they can come out with a 2-2 here.
They definitely can. And I saw something for the first time that really didn't see all series from Surprise is they got a little demo heavy in that game. If they can keep that pressure up and get some demos on stick bugs, that could change their rotation and get them off their game a little bit and give them more opportunities to score. Because this was actually kind of an even game shot wise, I do believe. Maybe stick bugs had like maybe 2 more shots than they did. So if Surprise can keep that up, keep his pressure up, and get some more demos, we possibly can see that 2-2 that we predicted coming into this series.
Yeah, you know Stickbugs is going to be looking to score, and they've shown that they can score. So you've got to disrupt them on defense because you're not shutting them down on offense.
Not at all. Not at all. So let's see what surprise's game plan is as we go into this game four. Stick Bugs lead the series 2-1. What does surprise do? Can they tie this series up and make it a 2-2 match day one for this surprise team?
It looks like someone's asking about a timeout. I don't believe there are any timeouts. Let me check the rosters here, make sure that we have everybody. We are still waiting for Demonic Goat to come in. So they do need to get going on that. So we are waiting for Demonic Goat to come into the lobby. But he should be here shortly. So we will be killing some time here as we wait for Demonic Goat to get back in the lobby. As we said before, Stick Bugs looking to have a pretty strong lineup here. sXCyBeast, Demonic Goat, Savant Cyclops, all going to be taking the field against Piky Life, Call Me Stevo, and Ander, who really have played a pretty decent game so far. They've just kind of been overwhelmed by Stick Bugs. I still think Surprise is a very well-built team. They've got a lot of synergy, and they can cover the ball well. They just kind of got taken advantage of in a couple key 50s and a couple key moments.
Yeah, then also to not, you can't game plan for the fact that, Stick Bugs will have his roster change and you have Cyclops coming in. So that did catch them by surprise, third time using that punch. So going forward, I'm pretty sure, now that they know that what the Stick Bugs are capable of, if we was to run this series back, it could look a little bit different, instead of, those, that game two and that's lopsided game two and that lopsided, well, the game three that they lost. So we'll see in this game four how this goes. Now that Surprise knows how the Stick Bugs play, let's see if they can shut them down in this game four and tie this series up. And we are taking the field right now.
Yep, as we said, Demonic Goat, sXCyBeast, and Savant Cyclops taking the field against Stevo, Ander, and Piky Life. Looking to get this 2-2 win. The Surprise are going to be trying to get away with a victory here as they get 250s off the bat, off the kickoff. And then almost another one. Ander takes the fake, doesn't take the bait from sXCyBeast there. That's going to bounce out again. A huge bang coming out from Demonic Goat to the sidewall. Not going to get capitalized on as a 50 comes out from Piky Life. And as we were talking about earlier, Piky Life and Demonic Goat back on the field together. We're going to maybe see some bump plays come out as both of them going to be looking to shove each other around as that ball comes across the middle. Again, a shot attempt by sXCyBeast doesn't culminate in a goal. Call Me Stevo gets the whiff. An open net opportunity that's going to bounce across, but a bump from Ander stops the... Oh, wait, hold on, though. Bump from Ander stopped the first shot attempt, and then unfortunate, a missed touch by Ander sent that ball back across the crossbar there, and Demonic Goat just waited patiently to knock it back in.
Yeah, and this is how this series has kind of gone the last two games. Just the Stick Bucks putting up so much pressure and just putting the Surprise defense with their backs against the wall and until they're breaking and not able to stop that goal. And Cyclops with a beautiful touch. Can they capitalize off of it? That was just a beautiful touch. Teammate was not there. But more touches like that, I'm sure, are to come from Cyclops. And Surprise is in a good position because I believe all the Stick Bucks team players are back. Oh, they were able to recover and get back on defense. I thought for sure that Surprise was going to get a goal on that one, but we are still on their side of the field, so they still have opportunity. Pikey Life is the person you want with the ball, was not able to get that to fall, and Ander with a tough get, not able to get it. Let's see if Surprise can keep pushing and keep this pressure going on the Stick Bugs and close this gap right now before it gets too out of hand, which we have seen this game two and game three. So let's see if they can get something going and just get the ball out of their side of the field without getting scored on.
Yeah, and aside from this little brief interaction here, most of that offensive pressure has been like we've seen on the Stickbug side of the field. About a minute or so of pure offensive pressure. A demo, a triple demo coming out. Everybody going back to the spawn screen. sXCyBeast, Pikey Life, and Savant, I think, all took demos there. That's crazy. Another one coming out. Game 4, no punches being pulled here between these two teams as Surprise looking to fight it out, try and get another goal here. Pikey Life going to be coming to get it across. Gets it across.
Oh,
Disruption on the goal. Doesn't make it work. work. Cyclops gets the save. It comes across the net again. A huge bang going to be coming. Doesn't make it work. Almost gets the cut. Savant in the corner with no boost. Tries to get a touch on the ball. Doesn't get a handout in time. Piky Life coming across the middle again. Throws it up. Ander, last one back, has to knock it clear. Doesn't do
Oh
so. But here's
man.
Piky throwing it back against sXCyBeast. Gets it across. Gets it saved. And everybody can take a breath now, including myself, because wow, what an insane sequence of events there.
Very insane sequence, and I thought for sure that Pikey Life goal was going to sneak into the stick bugs net, but somehow, some way, Cyclops was able to disrupt that goal and is able to get a pass. Oh, I thought it was going to be a pass, just giving it to back to the other team. And surprise, as they have done this last two games, it's been a lot of time on their side of the field as the stick bugs push and Cyclops with the pass. Now, oh, okay, I was
No!
afraid to call it. Oh,
Wait! It's
is
not
it
scored
going in?
yet!
Is it,
Oh, there
oh,
it
there
is!
it goes. That
What a
truly
crazy
left me at a
turn!
loss of words. I did not know what was going to happen, and somehow the Stick Bucks still able to get that going. It looked like Surprise was going to be able to push it out. They were not able to, and the Stick Bucks pushed this league to 2-0. Oh man.
2-0, 2 minutes left, but again, shout out to Surprise. Brilliant offensive pressure here in the last couple minutes of games here. A 50, high 50, goes back down to the side, leaving Demonic Goat with no boost in the ball. That's going to bounce across to Pikey now. Pikey gets a great touch. He's going to be looking to try and get one more. Bounces it across mid. The 50s just haven't quite gone Surprise's way, and that's culminated in a lot of goal-scoring opportunities for them as the ball bounces up again. Pikey looking to bang it down, get it over
Oh,
Demonic, but Demonic's got the boost and the patience to wait for it. He's going to throw it up to the corner again, leave it down on the side, and he's just going to sit backboard here, let his teammates try and take it. They get a cut. sXCyBeast gets the 50 across, and that bounces free again. You know, as much as the we've talked about the offense from the Sick Bugs, the defense too has been really just kind of dominant here. There's been a brick wall for them. They haven't been able to get a lot of holes created, not a lot of scoring opportunities here. A couple opportunities where the ball has just floated wide and there's been nobody on Surprise's team to get it. Maybe that's just a thing you fix with rotations, getting a little bit closer up on second man. But a minute left. You're running out of time here to tie this up. You're running out of time to try and get a win here as both team members are going to go up. Steve-O comes down with the ball and a little bit of low boost here, tries to leave it for Pikey. Pikey and Savant going to be dueling it out here in the sidewall, trying to rush back, leaving Ander with full boost. A shot comes across the goal. It gets whiffed, and
oh,
sXCyBeast is there to put it away again. Looking like it's just the same story you've seen the last couple games here as Stick Bugs kind of showing up here, getting points on, and getting another 100 points there is sXCyBeast.
yeah, we have 42 seconds left in this match four, and Surprise has one shot on goal. That is shows you the domination that the Stick Bugs have been showcasing us on defenses right now, in terms of not allowing Surprise to get any type of offense at all, and just spending a lot of time, and not even just on the Surprise part of the field, just spending a lot of time in front of Surprise's net. Like every shot, every time they go down on Surprise's side of the field, they are trying to 100% score. Like the ball is in danger of going in the net. So Surprise is being put in some very weird defensive situations, and we saw just a master class by the Stick Bugs in how to control a series with this game right here.
Yeah, it looks like that ball's going to hit the ground there. Stick Bug's going to take it 0 goals against their 3. They're going to take that victory there. 3-0 victory for Stick Bugs. That's going to put them up 3-1 on this series. And talk about a crazy first game with a 4-minute overtime. We had a second game with a 7-goal differential, and then just kind of a stout performance by Surprise or by Stick Bugs to go ahead and just keep the pressure on, get the goals, and get the win.
Yeah, and the Stick Bugs have a lot to be happy about with how they played in this series, and I believe Surprise has a lot to be happy about as well. You did have some lopsided games, some things you have to fix, but this is a team, as you say, you can tell they have chemistry. They have, they do play well with each other. They just have to figure out some things like, and then also Stick Bugs is just such a great team offensively that you're not going to face that type of team offensively every match day. So. I do
Yeah.
believe Surprise will be a good team going forward, especially once they figure out a little bit more offensively. But just a great series, point blank period for the Stick Bucks and how they played.
No, absolutely. And you got to remember, it's the very beginning of the season. It's the very first stream of the season 26 season. And there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on Perform. And shout out to both these teams for willing to step up on stream and show us what they got. They definitely did. Stick Bugs walking away with a victory here. But before we bounce away to that, before we jump into the interview, just want to do a quick shout out. We want to talk about match day 2 coming up here next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday at 10:50 and 11:30 Eastern. We got some great matchups for you if you want to throw it up on the screen. We got the amateur at 10:50, another AMI matchup. We got Garlic Knots from 50/50 Pizzeria. 50/50 Pizzeria. Shout out Jess, happy birthday. Or sorry, just with Safari now. I'm too old, man. I'm getting these all mixed up. But Garlic Knots, 50/50 Pizzeria, they're going to be going up against the Electric Eels and the Tyrants of the Sea. It's going to be a great AMI matchup. And then we got another prospect matchup at 11:30. Black Tips from Shark Attack, who have always been a dominant franchise. And then the Okapis from the Jungle as well. So a lot of great names here coming up on Wednesday. Yeah, just catching strays, my bad. But before that, just wanted to shout that out. Let's get more views in here. Let's get more subscribers. Let's get more followers. Let's like blow this up, guys. We're having a lot of fun here on stream. We're having a lot of fun with you guys in the chat as well. But without further delay, we're going to welcome Savant Cyclops to the interview room. See if he's in here right now just yet. He's in the waiting room. We're going to drag him in here. Mr. Savant Cyclops, how are you doing?
I'm above ground, baby. Can't complain. Doing pretty good.
Man, hey, what a series, what a standout performance. You came in, you sat around for a little bit, and you kind of held everything together with some beautiful assists, some beautiful shots of your own. How's the team looking so far this season?
Well, to be honest, all the glory is mine. I'm really just there to set them up, let them shine. As more of the player, the moral support, make sure everyone's good, everyone's comfy. Hydrated, feeling right. Everyone's playing amazing. I don't have to do too much. Keep it hot, honestly. As John Cena would say, I'm just being chilling. I'm just doing my thing.
Now, Cyclops, do you guys plan on doing the constant rotation all season, or that's just until you figure out what your starting lineup will be? Because I have seen it where a team has had just rotated lineups consistently, or how are you guys going about
Come on, big dog. What you, a double agent? Man? You think I'm gonna get the secret sauce? Think I'm gonna get a secret
I'm trying to
sauce?
get intel, man. I'm just doing my job, man. I'm trying to get intel.
Nah. I gotta keep that one close. 13 nerves. You know what I mean? Gotta keep that one close. Can't let you know about that.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
That's crazy. Hey, let's talk about this series though. You guys kind of lost it in game 1 there. You went down after a whopping 4 minutes of overtime. What was the reaction on the team? How did you guys kind of reset yourselves? Because you obviously did something right because you came through and smacked down the rest of the series. But what were you guys talking about after that game 1 loss?
Nothing really. I believe in my boys. I believe in the game plan. That first game could have went anyway. So really, not too much of a switch up. I was just mainly just there just to help push things like the offensive pressure and stuff, and kind of just fill in the gaps and just let them shine, do what they do. But really, nothing really, nothing really changed or any switch ups needed.
Yeah, no, definitely. You got a lot of star players on your team, Demonic Goat, yourself, sXCYBeast, Nacho coming in, getting some touches too. You guys look pretty strong tonight. You might be walking into week 2 with a target on your back, but we'll have to see what happens here coming Wednesday.
I just want to let you know, like Bernie Mac said, I ain't scared. So we ain't worried about it. Right? We came to ball out. If they want to compete, it is. They better bring their A game because I know my boys are playing out of their minds. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. You guys balled out. Hey, we're gonna let you go.
Should be a
Here.
fun season. But
It's gonna be a
real
great
quick,
season.
I just want to say I appreciate everyone. Appreciate all the GMs. Appreciate all the AGMs. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to Dill. Shout out K Flip. Shout out Pythagorean Theorem. Shout out my ops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I was gonna give you a chance to shout out, so I'm glad you did. You heard it here, there. And congratulations again. Looking forward to seeing how you guys can carry this through the rest of the season. Really strong start to the season. So congratulations again.
Yeah, and big shout out to the casters. You guys making the magic happen. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Peace.
Well, we've only got the one matchup tonight, guys. That's going to do it. Amateur showing up here, getting a lot of entertainment up on the screen, a lot of entertainment value for us tonight. Appreciate all of you guys that hung out in the chat, about 30, 35 of y'all. We hope to see all of you guys here Wednesday. Again, we got that amateur matchup at 10:50, and we got that prospect matchup at 11:30 as well. So with that, folks, we're going to let you go for the night. Welcome back to RSC. Welcome back to season 26. We got a lot of great things coming in store for you, and we hope you guys stick around. So with that, good night, have a great one, and we'll see you guys all back here Wednesday.